I'm joined by Kyle Balgamase. Welcome, Kyle.
How are you?
Raja Suleiman with Orzhov.
Max McVitie.
Congratulations, Brian DeMars.
Zach Allen. I wouldn't be here without these guys, though. So.
And the champion of Proto Counter-Attack here, Relax.
All right, welcome everybody to Making Magic Happen, presented by RW Hives and Games in Livonia, Michigan. I'm Zach, today joined by my teammate,
Raja.
And we got, I don't even know what we have for you today. This is standard testing for Zendikar Rising. We are playing the Needle Verge Pathway Mirror.
That's right.
The Temple of Triumph battle, if you will. Neither of us actually have a Temple of Triumph, but
nope.
Point being, we're playing a mirror of sorts. We're going to figure out what the better aggressive deck is in this format by playing against each other.
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's actually going to solve it, but we do want to play them. These decks look really sweet. I've been in the lab. Brewing some standard, and I put together Jeskai Cycling. Red-White Cycling was a deck in the last format, and
it's got a bunch of cards from the new set.
I was going to say, you pretty much could play this whole thing. But it does actually play quite a lot of cards from the new set. But they're all lands. And they're all very good. One of the problems with this deck in previous iterations of it was you would cycle all these spells and then flood. So the fact that I get spell lands is actually very, very useful. But what I'm doing is I'm playing a creature that benefits from cycling, whether it be Flourishing Fox, which gets a +1/+1 counter when I cycle, Valiant Rescuer, which makes a 1/1 when I cycle, only the first time each turn, but still makes 1/1 when I cycle. Dranith Stinger, which deals 1 damage to each opponent when I cycle. I have 1 Dranith Healer, which gains me a life when I cycle, but I have more on the board. And then I've got Riel the Everwise, which every time I cycle, first time each turn, it's going to draw 2 instead of 1, so it's a way to generate card advantage. But Riel also just gets really big. It says its power is it gets +1/+0 for each instant and sorcery card in my graveyard. When I cycle all these instant and sorceries that are in the rest of the deck, it's just not uncommon to have it be like a 10-3 when I play it. And that actually combos really well with the card I'm playing called Footfall Crater, which I'm playing basically because it says Cycling 1 on it. This is a colorless cycler. But it has Enchant Land, and Enchanted Land can tap to give target creature trample and haste until end of turn. So if I want to set it up, I can kind of like pseudo fireball you with Riel by playing the Footfall Crater the turn before, then playing Riel, tap, give it trample, haste, get you.
Yep.
Then I have 16 1-mana cyclers that are instants and sorceries. They do other things, but for all intents and purposes, they just say cycling 1. Go for Blood can make one of my creatures fight one of your creatures. Probably doesn't matter, but maybe I need to get a Winota off the table and I'll trade like a Flourishing Fox for it. I don't know.
I'm not playing Winota.
Boon of the Wishgiver. I can pay 6 to draw 4 cards. Probably just going to cycle it. Startling Development can make one of my creatures a serpent that's a 4/4 until end of turn.
I feel like you're reading it for the first time.
I'm kind of doing that. That actually could combo kind of well with Riel. I can make it a 4/4 and then it gets +1/+0. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Frostveil Ambush. In this matchup, I might actually use this one. Still probably not.
As someone who's drafted a Courier more than any set in his life, that card gets cast more than you'd think.
All right, well, maybe we'll cast it in this matchup. I don't know. And then the real payoff for this deck and the whole entire reason to play it is the card Zenith Flare. It's a 4-mana instant that deals X damage to any target and I gain X life, where X is the number of cards with cycling in your graveyard. And I'm kind of trying, like, the idea is kind of like push through some damage with my early creatures and then Zenith Flare you to death.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the plan. In this matchup, it can hit a creature. It might come up that I need to target a creature. I don't know. We'll find out. I've got Raugrin Triome in the deck because I am a 3-color deck because of Riel, essentially. And basically, the Raugrin Triome is there as a land with cycling that is just all my colors. The cycling 3 is really expensive, but sometimes it works. But I have 2 Amaria's Calls in the deck, and you'd be shocked for a deck that has 17 actual lands in it, how easy it is for this deck to get up to 7 mana. You just never miss your land drops when you're cycling as much as this deck does. But really, I mean, most of the time I'm going to play it as just untapped white. And then I have 1 Kazul's Fury, which is just a fling. It is a tap land that might cost me. I'm curious to see how good it is, but it works really well with Flourishing Fox and Riel the Everwise to just kind of finish you off.
Makes sense.
And that's what I'm doing. What do you got here, Raja?
I just want to make the note first that every card on this table right here is from a Courier.
Yes.
You're playing the Ikoria block deck.
I am playing the Ikoria block deck, but also just so people are aware, this deck is incredibly cheap.
Yes,
so
it
if
is.
you want to get into Standard and you want to do it at a cheap cost, this is a great place to start. I'm playing a bunch of commons and uncommons, and if you want to start trying to ladder up on Arena and you don't have a bunch of rare and mythic wildcards, my deck has, I guess, 5 mythics in it.
Yeah, and you don't even
Total?
necessarily know that you need all of them.
Yeah, and you can definitely play this deck without even having Riel.
Right.
The Ameria's Call, you probably want spell lands are really good, but you could play the other ones. So like
Yeah.
this is just a very accessible deck, which I think is a really good reason to test it.
For sure. So I'm trying out Red White Warriors deck. Basically, the idea was we were trying to find the best Winota shell, and then the best Embercleave shell, which I hope going forward are probably going to be a combo. Most
Yeah,
decks
they-
are going to be playing both those cards if they're
You-
playing one.
You would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. So we got some Warriors from the new set. At the 1-drop spot, we have Fireblade Charger, which is a 1/1 that has haste if it's equipped, and then when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Usually that's just going to be 1 damage, but there are a few ways to make it a little bigger. We have Akum Hellhound, which is the red step links. This time we don't have as many fetch lands, but I am playing 4 Fatal Passage. But notably, both of these are non-humans, so they are early creatures that you can cast that will trigger Winota. And then we have this new Warrior payoff and Kargan Intimidator, which is a 2-mana 3/1 that says Cowards can't block Warriors. That means Zach cannot block it.
What?
And it's got 3 activated abilities, of which you can only use one of that ability per turn. And we have the first one is it gets +1/+1. The second one is target creature becomes a coward, and the third one is target warrior gains trample. And it costs 1 mana to activate that ability. So this card is a 2-mana 3/1, which is decent, but it can make combat hard for Zach.
Yep.
It can be a 4/2 when it needs to be, and it can give some big creatures some trample because like this guy gets big. Winota's a 4/4, he can become a 4/2 himself, so it can actually just push through damage.
Yeah,
So-
giving Seasoned Hallowblade trample too is really annoying.
Yeah, for sure. You can't chump block it all day.
Yep.
Then we have Seasoned Hellblade. It's a human, it's a warrior, and it's 2-mana 3/1 with more text. Can't really ask for much more there. We're playing Alpine Houndmaster. I was looking for more human warriors. It's in the colors. We could find non-humans to trigger Winota. Igneous Cur is actually pretty cool with Embercleave.
Sure.
This card itself is pretty good with Embercleave because it just gets +X/+O, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. We'll see how good it is. I'm not convinced it's
Yeah.
great, but I actually saw some people trying it out when N21 came out. They're just playing dogs in Embercleave, and it
Sure.
actually was doing decently well. And then we got this new warrior payoff in Zendikar Rising. It's a 3-mana 3/3 that says other warriors get +1/+1, and it's a warrior itself. So this is a nice, probably the best hit you can get off Winota. It'll come in, it's attacking, and it'll anthem your other creatures, which is pretty cool. And then I got a little bit of interaction in the form of Shock and Bone Crusher Giant. We talked about Evercleave. I'm not going to get into that. Why this card's good. Just kill your opponent.
That card's busted.
And then we have a few utility lands. We're playing some Shatter Skull Smashings. Just as a mountain that has more text, I can use it to maybe kill a blocker or something. I doubt I'll ever be able to kick it and get the double, the 6 or more. But
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
better than nothing. Yeah.
Maybe against like a control deck that has like a creature finisher. I don't know.
Maybe. And then we have Castle Unbreath, just because if we're playing enough mountains, it's kind of like a mountain with more text.
Sure.
Works well with Fireblade Charger. And then we have Mirror's Call, just another thing that, it's planes with upside. And you're playing the pathways because you got to be casting your spells.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I think the one thing that we're still unsure about this deck is it just doesn't feel like there's quite enough non-humans. So
Yeah.
still working on that, but
honestly, yeah, we were struggling to find, like, big human payoffs, and we're struggling to find
good non-human
not good non-humans
that
early.
worked with the human payoff. Like, there's definitely good non-humans you can play,
Mhm.
but there wasn't like good non-human warriors really that we could find, and like the human payoff is for warriors, so it's like
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's tricky, but yeah, see how it
Let's
goes.
see how it goes. Yeah, definitely a learning experience.
Yep.
Let's battle. All right, we're here for the most important part of the matchup. Raja, do you want even or odd?
I'll take odd. Yes.
Oh, come on!
Oh yeah, feels good. Feels so good. Alright, Sand's good. I'll keep.
This is a weird hand. It looks like a no-lander, but there's a land in it, and I think it's a keep because of that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
Go.
I'm gonna go to 17.
Morning already.
Fox, here we go.
I'll shock the fox. fox.
Oh, come on, don't shock the fox.
Gotta shock the fox. Well, that was interesting. I'll play Sydney Hellblade. Good.
Yep. God, you shocking the fox, man.
Gotta shock the fox.
Brutal. Alright, we drew the land.
Must be nice.
So good. Drain a stinger. Here we go.
Attack.
Yep, 14. This shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how my cards work. Play that attack.
13.
Good.
I'm gonna cycle one to you.
19.
That's a big punish. Okay. I'm gonna cycle one to you.
18.
Here you go.
Thanks. Alright. Let's get in there.
This is so much damage. I think I can take one more. No, next time I'm gonna get cleaved. Is this you playing a pre-combat?
It doesn't matter, yeah. No, I didn't do it. It's fine. I don't have a cleave.
Alright.
I should have definitely done that.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna block though.
Alright, you take 7.
Yep, I'm a 6.
And I'll play Alpine Houndmaster,
No!
Trigger. That's right, baby.
So much value!
The value engine. The question is, which one of these puppies do I play? Which one of these pups is better? I guess this one's... I got a lot of mana. This one's pretty good, I guess.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Flourishing Fox.
Oh no.
Cycle Boon of the Wish Giver. You take 1. This gets a counter.
17.
Alright. You go. I think I'm
Alright.
like just dead.
I think Zach's not on board, but you know. Play it out. Come it.
Yeah.
Attack.
Am I dead on board? I am just dead on
Trigger.
board.
Yeah, you are.
Alright, we stumbled there. That was brutal.
And I won the die roll, which is
And you on the
huge.
die roll, yep. Do you want to play another pre-game 1 just because it's so quick?
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to keep... I think this hand's good
Me too.
on the draw here. I'm going to lead...
You're
or
on
on
the
the play, sorry. I think it's going on the play. I'll play a Raugrin.
No, good.
Oh, no. I'm going to get shocked again! I'm going to play a River Glide Pathway as a red land. Play it as the Lava Glide Pathway.
That's the pathway you want for sure. The Lava Glide. That's where I would
Play
go.
Valiant Rescuer. Give the shock again.
No.
Doesn't have the shock! Oh, baby!
Alright. Play the Intimidator. Go ahead.
I will play it as blue this time. Play reality otherwise. Here you go.
This is only the first time you cycle each turn?
Yep. They're both the same way. It's the first time I cycle each turn.
Let's play this guy.
Hmm?
Get him for 4.
Yep, I'll go to 16.
Good.
I'm going to play a Needle Verge Pathway as the White's Pathway.
Zach, everybody knows that's called
Pillar Verge
Pillar Verge
Pathway.
Pathway.
For my turn... Ooh, I might want to save this one, actually. I don't know.
Don't. If it's the one that's
I'm going to
that
cycle
freezes,
Go for Blood. I'm going to cycle Go for Blood. Draw 2.
Draw 2. Yeah.
Oh, this is so nice. Get a human.
It's really good.
Now we're just actually going off. So I'm going to go ahead and put a footfall crater on my river verge pathway.
Okay.
And I'll pass to you.
Alright, I'll cast Shadow Skull Smashing, dealing 1 to both of these guys.
Alright. I'm going to respond. Make him a 4/4.
Oh my goodness. That's so sick.
You got my human.
I do have your human.
I'm going to block here.
Okay.
I take 3.
Yep.
13.
Good.
Let's start my turn by casting Reality Otherwise.
Oh, pretty obvious.
I'm going to cycle Gopher Blood.
Yep.
Get a human, draw 2. Then I'm going to play a Maria's Call as Maria Shattered Skyclave. I go to 10. And I'll bash you for 3.
17.
Where is the 10? There it is. Perfect.
That's it.
Yep.
Attack.
Go to blocks.
Okay. Season Hellblade.
Sure.
Good.
I'm going to cycle Boon of the Wishgiver. Draw 2. Get a soldier. Go my turn.
Yep.
Draw. I'll play a Valiant Rescuer. I'm going to cycle a Draenith Stinger. So I get 2 more 1/1s. Draw 2.
Yep.
This will be my land for turn. And I'm going to play a Draenith Stinger. Your go. It's a big boy.
Good.
I'm going to cycle Gopher Blood. Take 1, get 2 more guys, draw 2. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for turn. I'm going to play a Mountain for turn. Put this footfall crater over here so that
We know what.
that's what I can use to get stuff.
Kill me with.
I'm gonna play Value Rescuer.
That was a good limited. It's looks good here.
I'm gonna cycle a Dragon Stinger. You take. I draw 2.
Yep.
Riel is 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Ooh, not that big. Alright, I'll pass to you.
Well, that's interesting. Does that do anything? Guess, maybe. Am I just like dead on the crackback though? You have 4 cards still?
4 cards, yep.
Alright. I'll play Needle Verge Pathway.
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Oh! We casting something spicy here?
Maybe.
Okay.
I lied to you earlier about the tokens.
What? Oh, you make angels. I can make angels too. Oh no, we don't have any angels.
I'll make 2 angels.
Alright, we're gonna use the elemental as angel plan.
I don't accept.
Darn it. Can you have angel thopters?
Yeah, that works.
We'll use spirits.
Alright.
Those are kind of like angels.
Go ahead.
Alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cycling cards in my graveyard. I'll 7 you and gain 7.
I'm at 8.
Go to 17.
Yeah, this is lethal on board.
Hold on.
I'm dead.
Hold on.
I block your 5 biggest guys, take 8.
I drew another Zenith Flare.
That must be nice.
I just wanted to let you know.
I did the thing.
Dude, this combination of cards together is ridiculous. Alright, we're back post board here. For me, I'm going to be on the draw this game, so definitely want to be less aggressive, more controlling. It felt like when you were on the play game 1, I was on the back foot the whole time. I really didn't feel like I was in that game really at any point.
Sure.
And I really feel like I need to get more defensive. So I'm cutting my aggressive 2-drop and Dragon Stinger. Pinging you for 1 damage does not matter when I'm on the defensive. It's good against control decks or decks like that that I'm trying to squeak out a win against, but against you, if I control your board, I think I'm going to win. I think Zenith Flare is enough inevitability that this card just isn't very good. I'm cutting 1 Riel. I do like Riel when I'm being defensive, but I'm cutting it for another 3-drop. It's a curve thing. I'm cutting Kizul's Fury. I don't think a Fling is very good. I am losing a land, but being on the draw, I think that's okay. And I'm cutting 2 Footfall Craters because when I'm not trying to push through damage, it's the worst cycler in the deck. All the other ones, I actually pump the other Riels that I still left in. This one doesn't, so I think it's the worst one. I'm bringing in the two extra Draenith Healers I had in the board. It gains life. I mean, better than Draenith Stinger when I'm on the draw for sure. I'm bringing in 3 Ironcrag Pyromancers, which is kind of my big plan here to beat you. I just have to draw 2 cards a turn. I can just start shooting down your things. 3 damage a turn, and that's going to be a really effective way to control your board.
Yeah, I really like that card. We almost had it on our top 10, or we discussed having it for our top 10
Yep.
on like cards that haven't seen much play yet. I think it's actually pretty awesome. Like the fact that you can do it 2 times per turn cycle.
Yep.
Is pretty absurd. And like you're not actually like spending a card, you're just cycling, which is
Yeah. And also, like, it's an 0-4. You're going to have a really hard time killing it.
yeah.
I mean, there are certainly spells you could have that can kill it, but, you know, Shock doesn't do it. Bone Crusher doesn't do it. If you had Scorching Dragonfire, which, like, I know you don't, but it's totally reasonable that that deck could be playing Scorching Dragonfire, also doesn't kill it.
True.
So, you know, kind of tough to kill, but it is what it is. Bringing in 2 Shocks, I can kill, you know, your 2-drop for 1 mana, depending on which one it is, but I can kill the 2-drop, so that's good.
Yep.
And then I'm bringing in 1 Mythos of Vadrak. I had another Mythos of Vadrak. I could have brought it in, but I just didn't want my curve to be that high. I could see an argument to cut one of my Zenith Flares for another Mythos, but I think I'm going to go with this. What do you got?
Yeah, so I am cutting some of the creatures. I don't like Seasoned Howlblade because It trades really poorly against your 1/1 tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't have to discard a card every single time you chump block it.
Sure.
So I'm cutting that. I trimmed out one of the 1-drops because I was just trying to find things that... I was trying to find room for stuff. And I don't want to have too many of these things, especially if I'm missing lands.
Sure.
And I trimmed the Winota just because I feel like I'm kind of moving away from the try to Winota you plan and moving a little bit towards like a board control plan.
Sure.
It's legendary, so going down to 3 is not the worst thing in the world. I just trimmed one of these. I kind of felt like I was trying to pulling cards at random when I was sideboarding. All the cards are just kind of creatures with power and toughness.
Yeah.
So like trying to figure out what the worst ones were was hard, especially for someone who doesn't play aggro decks very much, like I do. So like I might be completely off here, but this is what I went with. I'm bringing in 2 glass caskets. I have a third one. If I played game 1 with a blind and have open deck lists, and then game 2 I saw you had the Ironcrag Pyromancers, I'd probably bring in the 3rd glass casket. But for now I'll just stick with 2. I'm bringing in Bone Crusher. It kills most of Zach's creatures, and it provides a body, so I'm not just like sitting here trying to play control that with an aggro deck, right? I want to play something that can be proactive, and Bone Crusher does that perfectly. Then I have Mythos as well. It can 2-for-1 you for sure, but even if it doesn't 2-for-1 you, if you've already gone off with your, I forget the guy's name, the one that makes...
Valiant Rescuer.
Yeah, if you've gone off with the Rescuer, I can do some good cleanup there.
Sure.
So, and I was just thinking about this too. This does have the option to be able to, if I put blue mana into it, it could do the...
Make you not block.
Make it not block. And I'm playing Mountains in my deck, and I'm not playing the red-blue flip land.
Sure.
So I probably should be playing that. I mean, I do have a Castle Embereth, which requires you to have a mountain play, but and we're playing Fable Passage, so I have to have some number of targets. But there's a chance I could be playing like maybe 2 or 3 of them just because I'm playing this in the sideboard. Something I didn't consider when we built the deck.
Sure.
Kind of did it.
I think that's my like the fact that you have Castle Embereth. I would rather just have a mountain, honestly.
That's what I was thinking. But maybe something to consider. Maybe I just don't want to be playing the one Castle Embereth in general.
Fair enough.
So.
Just one more note. I actually am going to cut the Zenith Flare for the Mythos of Vadrak. That just sounds good to me.
Okay. Once again, I don't... I'll keep. You keeping?
I'll keep.
Yeah, once again, I don't have a 1-drop, but I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. Good.
I'm going to play a River Glide Pathway as red. That's your go. Lava Glide Pathway.
I'm going to play a Needle Verge Pathway as a...
Pillar Verge?
Pillar Verge Pathway, which I totally knew. And I'll play an Alpine Watchdog. Good. You want to shock that?
Shock
yeah, that's right. Yes.
Get that doggo out of here. It's a good dog, so I feel bad about it.
That's pretty good. I would never do that to a dog.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
You should.
Alright, I'm going to also do the same thing. Get me a Pillar Verge. Good old Pillar Verge. I could play this. I think I'm going to wait, and I'll just pass.
Okay. I will play Kargan Warlord Wielder.
Okay.
Leader.
I'm going to cycle a Boon of the Wishgiver. And then I'm going to cycle a Boon of the Wishgiver. Draw for turn. Play a Valiant Rescuer. Go. So the reason I waited on this was I wanted to make sure I could get some value.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I gotta do this as soon as possible, so I will Bone Crush that.
Alright.
Can't go into combat because then Zach can just block it, which I don't know if you would, but either way, you don't want to give him the option to.
Yeah, I'm going to respond and cycle Gopher Blood.
Yep.
So I'm going to get a Human.
And I'll take you for 3.
Dice. Yep, I'm going to go to 17.
Good.
Draw. I'm going to play a Flourishing Fox.
Yikes.
And play a Raugrin Triome. And I'll pass to you.
Tech.
Still not going to block.
Take 3.
I'm at 14.
And I will play Bone Crusher Giant.
Yep.
Go.
I'm going to cycle Starling Development.
I'll respond.
No, do you have another Bone Crusher?
I do. Do you have 2
Brutal.
cyclers? Because I played around 2 cyclers by doing this. Bone Crush.
I did have 2 cyclers.
So I figured.
So now I gotta decide if this is worth his 4-3.
Shocking your own guy?
Yeah, I think it is based on the board. I'm gonna shock my Flourishing Fox.
Yep.
So then I get to still draw a card off this.
Yep.
Draw. Well, now we're kind of stumbling along here. I think I'm going to start my turn by cycling a Go for Blood.
You sure you want to fight these guys?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Take 2 damage in the
I think
process?
that's fine. I think I can wait on that. I'm going to play a Needle Verge Pathway. Play it as red, too.
Okay.
I'll pass to you.
Come it.
Yep. I will block here.
Cleave.
It's a big yikes. Big yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna respond to that, I guess. I will cycle Frostveil Ambush. Cycle Frostveil Ambush. How much am I taking here?
So this will be 9, 12.
2. Okay. Go to 2.
Good.
I'm gonna cycle Starling Development. I was maybe trying to use there.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to work.
Footfall Crater, will cycle that too.
Set up for a pretty huge Zenith flare here, though. I'll tell you that much.
If I could find one, maybe I shouldn't have boarded it out.
How much you up to there, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just a casual 11. No big deal.
2?
Yeah, 2.
I can't even like kill the Bone Crusher Giant.
It kills you. Just kills you on the spot.
I should have blocked here. I threw it so bad. Cause now I'm looking at it like I actually drew the thing that saves me. I drew it. I drew this.
Oh, jeez.
And
Yeah.
if I had just blocked in the right spot and you put it there.
Well, then you're still not in a good spot, though, are you?
I'm also taking less damage last turn.
Yeah, you do take 1 less damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well this is the play I'm making.
Okay.
I'm gonna cycle this, draw 3 to that. Yeah, I just can't beat a 5. Yeah, the Ember Clip's too good. Alright. Darn it. Alright. Off this one, bring the Zenith Flare back in for game 2. I think that was a big... I had the Mythos in my hand the whole game. I'm just sitting there like, Zenith Flare would be so much better.
I also had the Mythos. I'm like, where's your board, man? I've been bone crushing you too hard.
Alright, we're back for sideboarding in between games 3 and 4.
3 and 4, yeah.
The classic scenario. No, it's just as we're learning. I don't think Mythos is actually that good. You're cutting all your 1-drops, so all your X1s are kind of gone, and you have you still have Seasoned Haloblade. Like, I don't know how many you have in, but it's indestructible anyway, and like you have a Lord that like pumps all your stuff, so it's in like Bone Crush. Like, I don't think it's just I just don't think it's that good after playing it. I feel like I probably shouldn't have brought it in to begin with. So I'm going back to Riel on the play. I think it's kind of a slow card in this matchup, but on the play I think I can get away with it, and I just want to start accumulating value, find my Valiant Rescuers, and just get a board presence going. And I'm bringing the Zenith Flare back in because it's just my best stall tactic. It kills a guy and gains me like 10 or whatever.
Alright, so I'm cutting the Fireblade Chargers. I haven't drawn them yet, but I feel like they have been, in theory, kind of anemic. Zach's board has always been either like a situation where he can ignore 1 damage a turn, or he can just trade a 2-drop with it or something. I just feel like I haven't really wanted it that much. So I'm upgrading to this guy because I think this guy just rumbles a little harder. As I mentioned in the original sideboarding, once I saw the Iron Crag Pyromancers, I would want this effect.
Sure.
And then I'm just going to bring these guys in as a body that can just attack 3 blockers. It's not good against the 1-1, but we found other ways to insulate against the 1-1s.
Sure.
So.
And also, just I think it's just a tale as old as time. Aggro deck, or the aggro mirror, you cut 1-drops on the draw.
Sure.
Bigger cards, more removal. Just
Yep.
makes sense.
Yep.
Ugh, this is an awkward hand. I've got this, but it's my only land. I still think these 2 cards are too good to mulligan, though. I'm going to keep, but this doesn't feel great.
Alright, I'll also keep.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, we finally have our turn 1 drop. After we board 4 out, go ahead.
I'm going to play a Plains and cast a Flourishing Fox. Pass.
Land. Trigger. Attack.
No blocks. Go to 18.
And unfortunately, I think, even though it's going to cost us playing a card, I think just killing this is so important. Otherwise, it's going to go crazy.
Alright. I will still just cycle a Frostvale Ambush.
Yep.
Drop. Go.
It's funny. So Zach missed his land drop. Trying to think of how we want to best pressure him here. I'll play his Fatal Passage. I'll attack.
No blocks.
Alright, take 2.
16.
I don't think I want to play this card, just because he can make 1/1s. I think I'd rather play the Watchdog's
The
back.
Watchdog! Alright!
Go ahead.
I like it. Alright. I'm gonna cycle a Footfall Crater.
Yep.
Get a Human.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Gosh, man. Alright, I'll pass. I don't think Raja can kill the Rescuer at the moment, because I'm pretty sure you would have killed it last turn.
Well, we can now. So I'll play a land, and I'll fetch. Sorry, yeah. I'll play my land, trigger, resolve. Or try to see for resolves.
Yeah, this is all fine.
Okay, fetch.
Yep.
And now we're gonna go ahead and cast a Mythos 1, or I guess 3 and 2. I'm not really sure I'm playing around. Maybe 4 and 1. Yeah, 4 and 1.
Sure.
Then you said probably just cycle in response.
I'm gonna cycle Go for Blood.
Yep.
And get another guy, and this dies.
Yep. And then I'll attack for 6.
Go to 10.
Good.
Drop. Jeez, man. Go.
Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, that's really interesting. Yeah, I want to land, but I think I just gotta cast this 1 and 1 here.
Okay.
I don't have a land, so attack you for 2.
Alright, I'm at 8.
Go ahead.
Go.
Oh god. Well, landfall.
Yep.
And attack for 4.
So Embercleave is lethal here. Can I win if he cleaves me? I don't think I can. Yeah, no blocks.
Yeah, I mean, like, technically you don't die, but, like, you're probably just in an unassailable position at that point, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can win if you have it.
No, I don't have it. You take 4.
Oh my gosh, we're back.
And then I will play these guys. Go ahead.
Oh, jeez. That's a good start. It's a good start. Still in a tough spot, but it is a good start. Alright, so I'm going to start my turn. Cycling a boon. Get a 1-1. Draw. And then I'll pass.
Combat.
Beginning of combat. I'll shock that. Here in combat.
Attack.
Cycle, go for blood.
Yep. How many cards do you have you get rid of cycling? Just out of curiosity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, that's pretty insane. Alright, that's fine. Shock that.
He gone. The cur!
Good. Yeah, I was scared of Mythos Bedrock, but I'm assuming like I'm acting like I don't know that you boarded it out. But actually, if you do Mythos, I kill you with Ignis Cur because I have enough mana to kill you with it. So.
The cur's kind of good here. I don't like this.
I'm telling you, dude, this one's a good one to find with the. By the way, I drew both of the 1-ofs and 0 of the tutors.
I got 9 cycling cards in my graveyard. Don't worry about it.
Do you have the 4th land?
I do have the 4th land.
All right.
Don't worry about it though. I'm gonna pass to you. So this is actually really interesting how I'm supposed to play this turn. I can tap out on my turn to play around something like the land that gives protection from something, or like an indestructible spell. Or I can wait and be insulated against Embercleave, and I think Embercleave is worse for me.
Well, you're not insulated against Evercleave because you have to cast
yeah,
it no matter
right,
what.
Right. So I guess given all of that, it's gonna be best. I think I should just do this before you draw.
Sure.
Like upkeep it.
Yep.
It's still gotta be the Cur, right? That's weird. The Cur over the 3-mana Lord?
Dude, the Cur's
It's so
scary.
good here. Yeah, alright. Boom. I'm gonna go to 13.
So I drew a land, so I can either deal Zach 2 more damage, or I can have something up for Seasoned Hellblade. And I think it's just more damage. I don't know that like if you have a removal spell, you're still just killing this one first. It does make this one like worse against your 1/1s, but I think I've gone through 3 of them already,
Killed
right?
3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I'm gonna draw another card next turn. You don't really have like, I can't beat Mythos at this point. So all right, so I'll play this tapped as the Miria. land. And again for 4, 7, 9.
I am back to 4.
Go ahead.
Draw.
It's crazy how like you're playing like a control deck.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start my turn. Does any of that work? 4. I guess if I block here and you don't draw a land, I'm not dead. But if you don't draw a land, like...
Drawing a spell.
Yeah, you're drawing a spell. So what am I hoping for here? I guess... No, that still kills me. What if I put 2 blockers out? How good is that for me? Probably not that great. I guess 2 blockers is still probably the best I can do, but then I guess I am trading with 1. This just doesn't get me anywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna play both of these. Go. Riel is quite large.
I believe it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 3.
Deck. If I had Embercleave, I was just slow rolling.
That would be
Dude.
savage. That would be very, very savage. I think I'm supposed to block here. This has to be better for me than doing this, right? Yeah, I'll block here.
Okay. I will discard my mountain. Keep it alive.
Go to 1.
Oh. Man, this is scary. No. No. Not like this, Zach.
Whoa, wait, no, don't worry about it.
No, not like that, Zach. You're at 1. don't you... What's it called? Zenith Flare. Don't Zenith Flare me, man. Please.
I didn't draw the Zenith Flare.
No, man. Don't.
I swear I didn't.
Don't do it. You swear?
It wasn't a Zenith Flare.
Oh,
it was interesting, though.
Okay, is it just as bad for me?
I don't think it's that bad for you.
Alright.
The question is, do I get greedy here? Alright. I think I just can't be greedy. I'll pass to you. Wait, I'm sorry. I want to play a land. I was going to play an Amarius Call. But I will still pass. It didn't change.
Alright, I will play a Kargan Intimidator.
Does this thing have haste?
No.
Okay. It resolves.
Combat.
Before combat.
Oh no. You found it.
Frost William!
I knew it was gonna happen! We'll tap him! I knew it was gonna happen!
So good!
Go.
Yes! Got the Frost Veil! Draw. I'm gonna start my turn by cycling a startling development and draw 2. I'm gonna cycle a footfall crater. Draw. That thing's terrifying.
It's intimidating, huh? Huh? Get it? Intimidator? Huh? Alright.
I'm gonna cycle a Raugrin Triome.
You're all my guys.
Play this. Pass. Before you draw, in your upkeep,
My upkeep.
I'll cycle Boon of the Wishgiver. Draw 2. Okay.
Landfall.
Yeah.
Combat.
Yeah. I'm dead. I
Tech.
can't do it. You just make it not
Make
be
it
able
a
to
coward.
block, yeah.
Well, you can still block this. It's a dog.
Oh. Oh.
So you have to remove a spell for this. You're still alive.
I have 3 lands.
Okay.
God, the Frostfield was so good! Good?
Sure.
Alright, Needle Verge Pathway, go.
Yep.
Cycle Frostveil Ambush. Drop. Play a Needle Verge as the Pillar Verge. And play a Fox and then pass. Everybody knows about Pillar Verge, dude.
Dude, it's the most common pathway.
Yep.
Stomp. Stomp the yard.
Always, dude. Alright. Draw. Ever wise. Ever wise.
She is oh so ever wise.
Don't casket me. Oh, thank God.
I wish.
Thank God.
I wish.
Cycle Frostveil. Get a human. Draw 2.
Yep.
Land for turn. Here you go. That's pretty bad for me. I'll cycle Frostveil, draw 2, get another human. This is the one will be left over from.
Yep. Good.
Iron Craig. Cycle Go for Blood. 3 here.
I think I'm actually just okay with that. As long as you have that 1/1, it's kind of embarrassing anyway.
Take you for 1.
19.
We're out gonna try him. You go.
I'm gonna get a mountain. I'm gonna play Houndmaster.
Oh, so much value!
Yeah, this card's sick. You laugh, but this is actually kind of broken.
Yeah, I mean it's good. You gonna play the Bone Crusher too?
A variant Bone Crusher.
What?
I'm gonna play Stomp here, and then Shock.
Oh, that's actually kind of brutal. Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna play Riel.
Jesus. All your cards are just must answers, which is like the best thing about your deck.
I mean, that's the reason to play this deck, right?
Yeah.
The question is, do I play this or save it to draw? I think I'm just gonna start by cycling Go for Blood. I don't really care about the counter on it. I'll draw 2.
Okay.
And do I want blue mana or red mana? I'm gonna play a Fox, and then I guess blue is. No, I'll just play this as red. Get a red mana, and that's your go. Lava Glide.
Play my Bone Crushers. Go ahead.
Yep. I'll cycle a Startling Development. Draw 2. This guy gets a counter. Draw. kind of interesting, I guess. Is it better to play or cycle? It's probably better. I'm going to start by cycling the land, I think. I'm going to cycle a Router and Triumph.
Okay.
Let's get to counter, draw 2. Play this. Valiant Rescuer. Here you go.
Just going off over there. Alright, it's time to do the thing we haven't done all day.
Oh no! Oh no!
Combat,
Yeah.
attack, 2 triggers.
Yep. Wait, I'm not at 1, right?
No, you're at 20.
I was gonna say, I don't think you've damaged me. I think you're also at 20.
No, you took me for 1.
I took you for 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, taste it.
Oh, so I can, this trigger's still on the stack. So the more attackers that go into play, it'll get bigger. Because
Sure.
I stack these triggers, yeah, right? When it attacks, I get plus X, so it checks upon resolution. So that's fine. It's actually pretty sweet. I think I still just take this guy, though. I had some good choices there. I'm kind of scared that I might whiff on this next one. And then before blocks, I'll make it so this guy's a coward. Coward.
Okay.
Stupid fox. It's a coward. Fox is a coward.
Still before blocks, I'm gonna cycle this other fox.
Yep.
And then I will block this one, that one. Right? I guess it's the same, doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm gonna take 12.
I'm gonna get this trample.
Oh, jeez.
So you're gonna take, this is a 4, 6, 7. So you're gonna take 6 here, 10,
18?
10, 13, no, 17, right? Am I missing something?
4. Oh, yeah, this one's only 4.
Because this
So
is a
7.
No, hold on. This is a 7 that's trampling over for 6.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So 13
10,
plus 4, 17.
Yeah, 17.
Alright, I'm at 3. Yikes.
Good.
These both died.
We finally saw what Winota can do in this deck.
It's true.
I feel like I'm still kind of dead, but as long as Zach has a Zenith Flare, which I'm sure he does, it seems kind of bad for us.
You're at 19?
19. The fact that you
2, 3,
I'm about to just die.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards with cycling in my graveyard. Zenith Flare Winota, Zenith Flare U, Bash.
Yeah, interesting.
Bash!
Interesting game. How did you, I guess I missed, yeah, you were on the play and I missed the line drop. Because I missed the line drop this turn.
Sure.
I was gonna say, like, how'd you have 8 mana already? That feels fast, but, yeah.
Because when you have Riel, you never miss a land.
You never miss land drop, yeah.
I was trying to decide if I should kill you with a Maria's Call, or how
You
I
don't
want to
kill me
do
with a
that.
Marius Carl, that'd be dangerous.
It doesn't kill you.
You just, you might
I
lose
should
if
just
you
Zenith Flare 2 things and then win the game.
Yeah, that's, well, you could just do as my face twice.
Well,
But that was
that
more
also
fun.
works. Yeah, that was way sweeter.
Yeah, that was more fun.
Because Riel's really big here. Riel gets to add 2 from both the Zenith Flares. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Riel attack for 8.
Nice.
So then, yeah.
I know we're kind of making fun of this deck at the beginning. I think this deck might be real.
Yeah, no,
I don't think it's optimally built because we kind of just threw this together not too long ago.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But like, the pieces felt there, and like we never saw Winota do her thing.
Yep.
And like when she did, it was unlike I went from like completely out of the game to dealing you 17 damage in one turn.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
It does seem like there's something there. I do feel like it's obviously not tuned, but clearly we just put it together.
Yeah. There's no metagame to address
there's no metagame, there's none of that. I do feel like you want another one drop. Watching the games, it felt like another one drop would like, especially one that triggers Winota, because it does feel like there was a lot of spots where like I was looking at it and I'd be like, well, if he plays Winota here, he just has only humans in play, so it just doesn't even do that much.
But
so,
did you notice that like
I don't have to
the
play
creatures
around.
I was getting like were like cards that wanted us to have like humans and warriors? So like
Yeah.
we need to have like
Humans and warriors.
yeah. It's just like it's rough because like even game 2 or 3, I don't remember which one it was.
Yep.
I drew human Winota, and
Yep.
I just sat there with Winota. I never even cast it because I never had a reason
Yep.
to. So like there needs to be a really delicate balance with the card in general, obviously. But like
I agree.
like I don't know.
I
I
do
feel like the
feel
one
like-
drops like if there was a good one drop, I'd probably want to play it. But I don't want to just like play one drops to enable Winota when it's not even necessarily going to work out the way we want it to.
Sure, I do feel like we should be trying the core warrior one drop.
Yeah, the cleric.
I think that one.
Oh, you're talking about that? I think there's a chance we should be playing the cleric, the human cleric.
Maybe we just don't need more humans though. Like the decks, I don't know. We can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
There's
That's not
definitely
a
something
warrior,
to
so
try.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah, that one is non-human warrior
Right.
and a one drop, which I think is good.
The creature types are bad.
The 2-drop that's a 3-1 that has all those activated abilities really impressed me.
I thought that like so. I was telling Zach earlier today. I didn't realize that card can activate all the abilities
Yep.
once. I thought it was just like one ability once per turn.
Yep.
That changed everything. As we just saw there, I activated 2 different abilities, and they were both relevant.
Yeah, and it
I
was
made
really good.
I turned off your Fox from blocking, and I gave my guy W6 more damage from
Yep.
out of nowhere. So like, you can just say, stop shuffling.
Yeah, stop shuffling.
You don't have
Alright.
to.
So yeah, the 3-1 was really good, I think.
I think like the 3-3 was like underwhelming at times, but there was times where it felt kind of relevant.
Mhm.
I don't think that we have a better human to really hit, so we're just kind of like stuck playing cards that we don't mind drawing, but like are kind of cool to hit.
There really just isn't. Like we've gone through the spoilers 20 times. There's just not. Like there are some humans you could hit. Like you could play a Kenrith, like one Kenrith. Maybe that's good. It doesn't really synergize with the deck at all.
Yeah, the
outside of
activated
the fact
abilities
that
are gain 5. I
Yeah.
mean, the haste trample's fine.
Haste and Trample's good.
Yeah.
I mean that's good.
But the thing is, if you're already attacking with your Winotas, that
Yeah.
means the haste doesn't matter anymore. So it's just basically trample at that point.
I like the way we went with it though. It felt good to just be like using Winota to really give you just more warrior synergy. So I like just warrior tribal and having Winota as a busted payoff. I thought that was good.
Yeah,
So
and
the Lord actually felt good. The 2-drops were surprisingly good. Season Hellblade kind of underperformed.
Season Hellblade underperformed. I think it was relative to the matchup. If I was playing against like a heavy removal deck with Heartless Axe and Eliminates, I think it looks a lot better.
Sure.
We saw it there, like you cycled twice, made 2 1/1s. I cleared one of them out of the way, but it didn't matter because the other one just lined up. I actually just let you kill my guy because there was no reason for me to keep it around.
Sure.
But like if we're playing against removal decks, it looks great. This card, Zach was making fun of me earlier about this card. I think this card's actually like very good.
Yeah.
Like I think the bodies he gets are completely fine.
The Winota stacking trigger thing is good too, I think. The way you did it, where you can attack, trigger Winota, put stuff in play, and then
Yeah,
it gets
the
even bigger.
results.
That was impressive.
But like it also finds 2 things that trigger Winota. Like I had the luxury of being able to cast Bone Crusher Giants.
Sure.
But if I didn't have those there, I could have played the 2 dogs and still been able to trigger
Sure.
Winota twice next turn.
I can see that.
So there's a chance like we should just like lean into this. I was playing 3 of this and 1 of the 2 targets. I can see playing 4 of this and 2 of the other ones.
Okay, I can see that.
And then like if we need to like audible to like a plan that's better against removal, we can bring in like the Seasoned Hellblades or something.
Sure.
I'm not really sure. The deck pulls you in a lot of directions, which is really hard to like. You know, when you're playing an aggro deck, you want to have consistency, and you want to have like a good curve.
Yep.
And then, like this, but this deck's trying to like have you like do a lot of different things, which feels like it's kind of like running into the consistency a little bit. Like,
Sure.
It's
I mean, there's definitely issues there, but it feels like it's worth iterating on.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely interesting stuff happening here, and we need to keep tuning it.
Yep. And I was only playing 3 Evercleaves today. Maybe I should be playing 4.
I kind of feel like that one should maybe be a 4th one.
When I played the 1, I just like won the game on the spot.
Yeah, that's how that card works.
So
Kind of feel like you should probably have a 4th one of those.
yeah, like we're like making videos with like the new cards because we want to see where they're at. So like I don't need to know where Evercleave is at, so I went with like 3 copies.
Sure, that's fair.
But if I was like playing in like a PT tomorrow, I might be playing 4.
Probably be playing 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the cycling deck, it felt good. It felt like it was doing powerful things. I don't think it necessarily wants to play against this matchup, and I think maybe I misbuilt the sideboard, but Riel actually really performed well.
Riel looks great. Riel
thought
looked like
yeah.
a like just like a one-sided howling mind
Yep.
that like also just was a very relevant body.
Yep.
It was every time you put it in play, I was just like, all right, where's my removal spell? Like I need to find an answer for that.
Yeah, you need it right now.
And that actually really applied to basically all the creatures in your deck.
Yep.
I think maybe save like the Stinger. All of them just were like so good at like making my life miserable, right? Either
Yep.
like you're making a creature that's so big that I can't attack through it, or you're going so wide that I can't attack through you, or you're drawing enough cards to where you find the cards that I can't beat.
Yep.
And then all that backed by a Zenith Flare that undoes any progress I've had. I don't know that there's a card that just like I actually like kind of came back to that game 5, but like Zenith Flare just like laughed at that.
Yeah,
you know,
and
like
ends the game.
yeah, it just completely undid everything. Like everything that we'd done leading up to that point just did not matter anymore.
No, I totally agree. And I will say too, the one thing that felt like the worst for this, and you saw multiple losses there, were inconsistent mana.
Yes.
And it really is tough to figure out the balance because, like, when you add one land to this deck with how much it cycles, it's almost like you added 3 to a normal deck. You know what I mean? Like, you just see it so much. So,
But we just can't, we're coming off a set here that has so many spell lands
Exactly.
that maybe we just need to be playing more of those.
I think that's probably where I'm going to start going with. Like, this is a deck I want to keep testing. So I'm interested in it. It felt good. But I think what needs to happen with this now is we should be trying some more spell lands in it. And I think that really is the place to go, because the more we play these games, the more it does feel to me like the powerful thing from this new set is the spell lands.
Yeah.
And the other cards in the set are all fine. There's a lot of good ones, but nothing has felt near the power level that stuff from Ikoria or Throne of Eldraine feels like, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking, I wonder if like maybe the white land that deals damage to a creature planeswalker equal to the number of creatures you control might be playable, just because you can go wide with the I forget the guy's name.
Valiant Rescuer.
That guy.
Yeah.
And I think plains is your most important color source, right? White.
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, white is the thing I need early, but then later it's not important. But my 1 and 2 drops are white, but there's no other white pips in the deck.
Well, there's Zenith
Amiria's
Flare.
Call. Well, yeah, Zenith Flare, but that's white and red, I guess.
But like, what do you have that's more than that?
I mean, it's not very stringent requirements. I have a lot of double blue in cycling spells, but everything's
I wouldn't count
colorless
that.
essentially.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like I think white's the most important of the 3.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
So I wonder if that's like the one that like you might just want to be looking for a white land that's good.
I could see that.
Because the whole joke is that like either spells or lands. So like you want them to be lands when you don't have other lands, which means you probably need it to be white so you can cast your early spells.
Sure.
And then in the late game when it doesn't matter anymore, that's when they're spells. So
Sure, I could see it. I could also see playing a Shatter Skull Pass or whatever. When you cast it a bunch of times,
oh my
it looked
god, it
pretty
was
good.
so good against you. I
Yeah.
mean, like you're playing a lot of X ones, but like it felt so good against you.
I could definitely see playing with, like, I have Mountain in here. Like, I feel like I could just easily replace Mountain with Shatter Skull, and just, I don't think the life cost me that much, so I think I could easily do that.
No, I don't think so either.
Okay.
I think that going forward, maybe this deck wants to like. I was playing one of the Castle Embereth. Get that out of here. Let's play more of this castle or this.
The Shatter Skull looked good.
Yeah, it looks very good. And
I guess it'll be different against a control deck where it doesn't have as many targets, but it can still hit a Planeswalker.
Right, and like they're a lot. I'd say most control decks in this format will eventually put blockers in front of you.
Sure.
Like white decks are using like their white castles. They're using their Rhythm Elitis.
Yep.
The green decks are like they always have creatures. That's just how that works.
And
So-
it really doesn't feel like there's a control deck that can just play like a Teferi as the only win con in this deck. There's just no Planeswalkers like that.
No, there isn't.
So, yeah, I mean, that Shatter Skull Summit looks really strong, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us. I hope that was as informative to you guys as it was to us. I felt like we learned a lot there, actually, because we were kind of concerned there weren't good aggro decks, but both of these felt real. So you might see more of this in the coming days of us trying these against actual decks to see if they can really hold up. Not that these weren't actual, but, you know, Team Adventures, Sultai, those kinds of things, to see how they fare against those decks. And, yeah, anything you want to add, Raja?
2 words. Ruff ruff. Play your dogs. Don't forget to play your dogs. Here they are.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a pretty good deck right there.
Gotta
Full of
play
good
the puppies.
boys.
Come on.
Yeah, there's some good boys. All right. With that, we'll talk to everyone next time.
See you guys.